Hey everyone, you may see a Ruger Wrangler here, and that's amazing because I have a fitting and a rail for it. Keep watching to find out what's next. Cool intro. And we're back. So, I'm not actually going to put an intro in there. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't care about YouTube. I did have an update aside from... don't serial number. I don't care. Aside from the Ruger Wrangler edition, to the user who suggested that. I do appreciate it. It was a great suggestion. I was going to do it. The redesign from the single piece to the dual piece to then what came to, this is like the third iteration of the two-piece design. It just made sense to do it while I was already doing the other three. The Barkeep, the Rough Rider, and the Diamondback Sidekick. So I bought a Ruger Wrangler and I just modeled it up while I was doing it, and I'm going to get them all produced. So I did go to the machine shop. I did get a quote done last week or the week before. Like I said, I'm not sure really how long it's going to take to get the prototypes in. I'm thinking it's going to be a couple of weeks at least. And then to actually have a production run, we're looking at the end of March, maybe mid-April. The Ruger Wrangler, the Barkeep, and the Rough Rider are going to come with 3-inch rails. The Diamondback Sidekick, which I will show you all these, is going to come with a 4-inch rail. I did not go with a 4-inch rail because it is too long, and I do not have another sample here. I have to dig one out, but it came back to about here, and it wasn't overly it wasn't physically interfering with the hammer, but it did make it a little bit more difficult to cock the hammer. So 3 inches is more than enough. That's what she said, and that's not what she said, but we've all been there. But that's what it's gonna get. I'm stupid. The fitting will be made out of 6061 anodized aluminum. Don't worry about this. This is just to test it. Threads don't work very well in 3D prints. You'll see, if you see a lot of 3D printed stuff, they get a lot of threaded inserts and whatnot. You melt them in there, but obviously that's not gonna, work with this. And what I tried to do was I tried to keep, like, the older styles. They were very well. They were profiled well to the pistol, to the revolver pistol, whatever. And this was not. It was not. It's not great, don't get me wrong. It's good, it works. This is what it's gonna be. I could only put so little material on here, but I tried to profile this down more. The machine shop advised me that it has to be a certain size for threading and accuracy and tolerances and all that. You'll see this head in here. This is going to end up being a Allen head, low profile pan head bolt in 1032. It will come with all the attachment hardware. You're going to get screws, you're going to get Allen keys, obviously the rail, obviously the fitting, what do you call it? You're going to get instructions. That's another thing I learned from the shrouds. I would get quite a few calls asking about how to install the shrouds. I'm pretty much the new age digital, all online. I don't put more in than you need. And I figured, well, if people are going to order this offline, they're going to see the little link and they can watch the video, but that was obviously not the case. So these are going to come with instructions. I couldn't see not including instructions with this, even though it's simple. You're going to have to take your ejector rod housing off. You're going to have to put your front sight blade through either this split clamp slot or the ejector rod housing. You're going to have to twist it. You're going to slide it back, put the ejector rod, or put the ejector rod back in the housing, put the housing in there, tighten it up, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I'm going to have to come up with that. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to wait until I get those test fittings back and see how they do, how everything fits together, how everything looks. You're going to see a little bit of a lip here, or you're going to see this raised piece. That's normal. There is slots in these, and I am saying a lot, and it is bothering me. But these slots, they're going to fit on top of that, or they're going to fit inside of that. Where is, I tried a 5-inch I swear I had a 5-inch, but it was way, 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 way too long. Yeah, here. So on these, they'll fit right inside, and it makes it high enough to where it works. It kind of works, and it brought the cost down quite substantially. So if you look at this, that's a 5-inch. So you were looking at 4 inches, probably going to be right about here, and it was just, it bring it down is a little bit too much. That's why I went with the 4-inch. So let's see here. What else do I have to talk about? Ruger Wrangler. I'll get to pricing here. I got a name. I get pricing in a minute. I have a name picked out for everything. I have everything's going through trademark and whatnot. I got to look into that. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of bragging about it to everybody last night at work. I am also going to try to keep, for those of you who don't know, this is not my full-time job. I am in the waste industry or work on garbage trucks. I have, I see a lot of waste going out, obviously, but I'm going to try to figure out a good packaging design. One, it's going to keep the cost down, right? Not that plastic bags are overly expensive, but I don't like to see plastic going into the landfill. And you know, if you worked in the same industry as I did, you know all about plastic in a recycling center, and not all plastic gets recycled. Not all cardboard gets recycled. It's really very dependent on the economy and what they can get for it. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into work or politics, but that's it. I'm just going to try to get the minimalist packaging possible. You know, keep costs down, but also I don't want to put trash, because what are you going to do? You're going to take it out and you're going to throw the packaging away. So these aren't going to be going on store shelves. I mean, they may. I'll try. I would love to see them go into a store shelf, but for right now, I'm not too worried about it. Just try to keep it minimalist and keep the costs down. So as far as pricing goes, the Ruger Wrangler and the Rough Rider are relatively similar in shapes. They're not exact. The barrel is very much thicker on that Ruger Wrangler than it is on the Heritage series. So these are going to be $64.99, $65. But you're going to get, like I said, you're going to get all the fittings. You're going to get the fitting. You're going to get the rail. You're going to get the hardware, the tool, the Allen wrench, and all that goes with it. I'm pretty sure I said it before, but these will be 6061 black anodized aluminum. So it's going to be lightweight. It'll be durable, wear resistant because of the anodizing. So you're looking at about $65 for these. And they're the mid-priced ones. The barkeep, because it is close, right? The barrel profile is the same, but you don't have that ejector rod housing. These are much simpler. These are going to be about $60, $59.99, $60. And then let me bring over the Diamondback Sidekick here. Unfortunately, these are going to be the most expensive. I think anybody can really see why, because these are going to be made out of billet. So you have this whole section. It's going to be a giant square that gets milled and drilled and whatnot. So these are going to be about $95, unfortunately. And you can imagine how much all this was going to be before I redesigned it. Yes, we were in. It was just almost as expensive as the pistol itself. I did try to keep, especially the Heritages, down. Like when you look at firearms and accessories and costs, you try to make them relative to the cost of the pistol, right? So if you have a Colt Anaconda or a Python or whatever have you, King Cobra, those are $1,500 revolvers. You would want to match the accessory price and quality, right? Because if you're going to get one of those, you're probably going to make it out of stainless steel. You're going to have everything kind of contoured. It's going to be very much a specific design for a specific pistol revolver, right? Here we're trying to lower the cost and make it modular, make it easy, and match the price point of the pistol. So that's really, I remember when Heritages were on sale, or they had the rebate over Christmas, you could pick up, not with transfer, but you could pick up a Heritage with a rebate for $75, and then whatever your local transfer was, around here, you know, you're going between $30 and $40, $50. So you're getting right back up there to the heritage cost of around 120 to 150. It depends on what model you get. But yeah, so being this, I think I paid around 230 for this Diamondback Sidekick. I obviously I'm just trying to make this as cost efficient as possible for everybody involved. That unfortunately was going to be the highest just because of the size, and you have to space it. The cylinder comes out. So that's pretty much that. This is the 4-inch rail. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to include on this. Barrel profile on that. It is a little chunky, but you needed meat for this fastener. So yeah, that was a good call. Like I said, a good call on the Ruger Wrangler. Having to do the redesign and just redoing everything together. It really brings the room together, man. It really brings the room together, like the dude's rug. So hopefully soon, next couple of weeks, I'll have a test fitting. End of March, mid-April, I'll have production runs ready to ship. And that is it. I can't think of anything else. I went over price. I went over functionality. I went over materials, packaging. I have some other ideas in the pipe. Flash hiders, barrels. I'm not sure what my next project's going to be. Trying to wrap this one up and get on to the next shindig. We will have to see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a reproduction flash hider. I'm not going to go into too many details on that one. That's probably 4 to 5 months out at least. I have the model done. I need to get the funds to run a production. So that's it. Questions, comments, gripes, bitches, complaints. Throw them in the comments or email me, honestly. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.